Hello, it's Tuesday Talk with Rebecca Kelly, nurse practitioner.
And Jenna, master esthetician.
From My Own Aesthetics. And today we're going to talk about 3 trends in 2022. So we wanted to talk about some trends that we're starting to see that people are saying are going to be pretty big trends for this year. And I think a lot of it revolves around, we were doing a lot of things at home because of COVID. We weren't coming into the clinic. And so we were finding that doing treatments at home were possibly, maybe beneficial compared to coming into the clinic, but now our clinics are open and we are fully operating, functioning, everything's clean. So we want you back in the clinic because the treatments you can get in the clinic are more effective. I always say, we're doing luxury spa treatments with medically driven results, and we want to make sure that you get the best results out of our treatments. And then obviously everything's clean, sanitized, we are COVID ready. So that is something that we want to make sure we see you back in the clinic. So the 3 trends that we wanted to talk about today is, the first one is retinol is in. Well, retinol has always been in, but it's a matter of how are we using retinol and are we able to get the most effective treatment out of it. So what is retinol? Essentially, it's an anti-aging cream. It's been around forever. It's honestly one of the creams that dermatologists will prescribe, tretinoin, for patients who are, wanting to help with their fine lines and wrinkles. It's been around forever. But the downside of retinol that a lot of people experience, especially when you get it prescribed, is that it can cause a lot of redness, dryness, almost like a burn when you first start using it, because that's essentially what it's doing. It's exfoliating the face. It's trying to dry things out to create that cellular turnover and to get your skin cells, rejuvenating over and over and over again. That is what retinol does. So at Iona, we carry our elastin. You can see it right up here above us, our elastin retinol, and it's a renewing retinol. What I love about it is that it has other components in it that actually help with the dryness, so that you're not getting as dry as you would be if you were to get a prescribed retinol. And then it's more like nourishing for the skin. So there's other products that are in that, like enzymes and botanicals that kind of help calm the skin. So you can use it as directed, which is at least once a day. You want to use it at night, but sometimes we recommend twice a day. And if you really want to get, the most bang for your buck, that's how you're going to want to use it, but it's got to be tolerable. So retinol, it's back in. So number 2 is that it's time to come back to the clinic, like we talked about. We want to stop using the at-home devices, and we're going to have Jenna talk about that.
Yeah, so there's a lot of devices you see on the internet, all the ads you get and stuff for skincare. You can get a microneedling pen at home. You can get like a microdermabrasion pen at home. There's so many things that you can buy yourself, but they're always that not medically driven, medically tested, and also like they're not always safe for you to use at home, even though you may think you know how to use them. Like, you should always just trust the professionals. They know what they're doing, especially since every person has a unique different type of skin. You should find the best one for yourself, and that is found by us, the professionals, because we know what's best for you and we know how to use all these different tools. We have the actually medically tested tools, the ones that are actually used for in-clinic. So those are, better outcomes, better downtime. So we just don't recommend you use those ones at home just because they can be used wrong. You may damage your skin more than what you started as. And so, yeah.
That's exactly right. We have had more patients recently, and I think it's because COVID and we've all been at home, but we're still wanting to keep up with our treatments. More patients tell us that they've used an at-home device and now they've got a scar and they want us to help with that. Or they bought the device and they're too scared to use it because they're like, I shouldn't be using this at home, right? I have a microneedling pen. And I'm like, no, you should not, because they can scar your face. And I think that a lot of people don't take that into consideration when they're just, buying things on a whim. Because truly, microneedling devices are little needles that you're puncturing into your skin. Speaking of that, I also wanted to mention that our devices obviously are safe, they're effective, they have science backing them, which is amazing. But with microneedling, we can't reuse the tip of the pin. There's no possible way. They're one use only, they're sterile when they come, but that might not be the case with the device that you're getting. And so you just got to be careful and really, you know, trusting the professionals to do those types of treatments, especially if they're more invasive, is going to be imperative for the best type of results. And number 3, of course, plant-based anti-aging treatments are always going to be in, and they are definitely in for 2022. And I think it's because we're all looking for a more natural approach to our skincare, because we know that there's things that work that are out there, but really, you know, we want something that's natural, that's not going to harm our skin. And we can't think of a better brand of skincare than our Is Clinical line. It's all botanical based. Everything is derived from plants that they were able to extract and test to see that they do help with different skin conditions. And so one of our favorite serums is the Xc Serum, because I always just feel like it's like an all-in-one. You're getting all the things that Is Clinical has to offer in one serum. So it has their vitamin C, which helps with brightening. It has their copper tripeptide growth factor, which is, we all want a growth factor in our skincare regimen because it's just going to help with that cellular turnover, and it's going to help increase collagen, which you know we all love. And then it also has, what is the third ingredient? I just lost it. It has their extremozyme protection. This is what is really the botanical part of it. It's all made of botanicals, but this is kind of a really cool proprietary blend that Is Clinical has. And essentially what it is this extremozyme protection is extracted from a plant that lives in the harshest conditions in the world. And they noted that when that was applied to the skin, that it actually protects like a sunscreen. Now, we never advise anybody to use this instead of sunscreen because you still need that UV protection, but this one is really going to just give you an added protection from the sun and the environment and all the toxins and everything. So we love that product, and we love all these skincare trends that are coming for 2022, and we appreciate you joining us today and hope you join us next week. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, and share this with all your friends. And we'll see you soon.